Everyone's doing it. From Leonardo DiCaprio to Adrienne Grenier and Kim Kardashian, everyone is going green. But the question is, how far are you willing to go green? Today we'll show you how to get started on your Go Green kit while staying fashionable by wearing eco-friendly clothes. Soon you'll be a part of the Go Green trend. I'm Jillian and you're watching Girl Talk. Today on Girl Talk, we have our special guest, Melissa, who is an eco-friendly clothing designer. Hi, Melissa.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So, I heard that you have a line, and it's called Mountains of the Moon.
Yep, Mountains of the Moon.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about the line.
It is a contemporary women's clothing line, and we use all organic and eco-friendly fabrics and eco-friendly manufacturing processes. And we're keeping eco-friendly, but still including fashion.
Okay, so for those who don't know, what exactly is eco-friendly?
Well, there's a lot that goes into it. First of all, the fabrics used don't use conventional pesticides like in normal cotton or synthetic fabrics.
Okay.
So the growth of the fibers used in the fabrics are better for the environment. And then they're made locally or in fair trade conditions. The dyes don't have harmful chemicals that would hurt the soil or hurt the earth. So it's kind of a big process of all those things put together to be eco-friendly.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So what made you want to go into this field?
Growing up, my parents always were really big on teaching us to respect the environment. But I was also really artistic and into fashion. And so when I was in college, I was sewing on the side and I was interning with an environmental group, and I started thinking, how can I combine these, and started doing research, and it kind of came together from there.
Oh, okay, because I was talking to you earlier and you said your mom was a designer at first. And
she wasn't a designer, she just sewed a lot.
Oh, okay.
So when I was little, I would use her leftover scraps and sew for my dolls with needle and thread. So even that was eco-friendly because I was reusing the scraps.
Oh, okay. So how quickly would you say this market is growing?
Recently, it's been growing really quickly. When I started doing this, it was about 10 years ago, and it was really hard to find eco-friendly fabrics and really hard to find people that kind of accepted it as being fashionable. But recently, it's becoming much more mainstream, so that's great.
Oh, okay, great. So how would you say, do a lot of people go and you do online orders, right? So do you get a lot of people that are like, oh, I'm just starting this and I want to try new fashionable trends and wear eco-friendly clothes, or how would you say it's growing in that way for you?
It's weird because at first it was more of a niche market, and it was people that were already eco-friendly that wanted to try to be maybe a little more fashionable. But now we get customers who don't really know much about the environment at all and just like our clothing and kind of become educated through the fact that it's eco-friendly. It's really gotten a lot bigger over the last couple of years.
Yeah, because I definitely don't know anything, and I'm just starting to learn, and actually a lot of people have the idea that eco-friendly clothes are dull or boring, or so you're kind of doing it differently. You're saying, hey, this is fashionable, but it's also good for the environment.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, the thing about it is in recent years it was so much more difficult to find fabrics that weren't scratchy and bland. And now it's becoming possible to find these fabrics that are nicer, and there's no reason why you can't make fashionable clothes out of eco-friendly fabrics, and that's our big goal.
And what fabrics do you use? Like, explain the fabrics.
We use organic cotton, which is no pesticides are used, and to be certified organic, it has to be for a certain period of time that there were no pesticides in the soil. Hemp, which is an amazing plant. It doesn't require any kind of pesticides at all.
Oh, okay.
So it's really easy to grow. And then we use tencel, which is made from trees that are grown on land that can't be used for other things. And then they use a sustainable process to turn them into fabric. So, and it makes it really soft, which is nice.
Oh, okay. And where do you get these materials from?
We have a few different companies. We have a company we use in Colorado where we get the hemp, an organic cotton company in Texas, and then we have another organic cotton company that does the printed fabrics out of California.
Oh, okay. And you, like I said, you have online orders, and you have people are able to go and get your clothes in one store here in Chicago.
Yeah, we have one store, Pivot, here
Okay.
in Eco Boutique that carries our line, and then we have our website, mountainsofthemoon.com, and then we have stores throughout the country, Japan, a lot in Canada, Australia.
Okay.
So,
Wow.
yeah,
Okay.
it's growing.
Impressive.
Thanks.
So also my last question for you is the prices. Now, how are the prices?
Well, any kind of clothing that's going to be produced by a designer produced in the U.S. is going to be more expensive. But when you add the eco-friendly aspect on top of that,
Right.
it's more expensive to grow organic cotton, and it's more expensive to grow eco-fabric. So that alone's adding to the cost. And then having it produced locally, it's not being made in a sweatshop, and you're not maybe getting huge mass quantities produced.
Right.
Those lead to higher prices. But for us, we really work on keeping the price point down just because we want everyone to be able to wear these clothes,
Right.
not just a select few. Because
Exactly.
if you're going to be eco-friendly, everyone's got to be eco-friendly.
Right.
Not just the people that can afford the luxury.
Okay, well, I want to thank you so much for coming on the show. I definitely
Absolutely.
learned a whole bunch about being eco-friendly, and I
thank
will
you.
practice it.
Thank you.
We got to go to a commercial break, but we'll be back.